Welcome to Purple Ladback Gaming. Tonight we're playing adventure games. Discover the story. The volcanic. Is it volcanic? Yeah, the Volcanic Island. For anybody who's watched our videos before, we've played so this is from Cosmos. We've played the exit games, and this is supposed to be like them, but it's an adventure story. It's me and Shell. We're still in lockdown here in the UK. I think there's going to be spoilers in this, so if you don't want to see anything about the game, then turn off now, because we're going to spoil things for you. You might have to bear with us, because we've not played one of these before. It seems similar to some of the escape games we've played. And we've done a little bit of setup, so we've got some location cards here. Started with location A. We've got this time passes card, which we're not sure what we're doing with yet, but it's like ticks on. We've got some adventure cards over here. The book, the adventure book, which is quite thick. Turn overview just to remind us what's happening. And we've picked two characters on. Sato, I'm going with that as a pronunciation. And it says my major is forensics and element fire. I have no idea what that means at the minute.
I'm Katasar, I think it's pronounced. I'm not very good at this. Major is history and element air.
Yep, but we don't know what that means yet. We just know we're here. And I've got to read an entry in the book.
I just picked it because you're pretty.
I don't know why I picked him, but there you go. So it says the game starts, and we have to read this bit. So it says place your figures there, which we've done. Right. Excuse me. We'll see if they're ready. With this thought in mind, Piku Abru's gaze wanders through the room and over the small circle of students who are currently engaged in a lively discussion. The 1989 winter semester is almost over. Participation in a seminar, The Secrets of Our Island, is always popular, because only those who receive an invitation are allowed to enroll. In addition to basic instruction in a strange whistling language and forensics, significant fieldwork, as well as the rediscovery and examination of occult and esoteric beliefs, are on the syllabus. So, getting to the conclusion for today's discussion, says Abru, interrupting the conversation. As you may know, there's a smuggling ring on the island. Art, exotic animals, counterfeit money. Fortunately, the gang has renounced armed violence. That's good. Until recently, the police seemed to have had it mostly under control, but now something has changed. The last known illegal activities all took place simultaneously with natural events such as earthquakes, hailstorms, lightning strikes, and the like. The smugglers used these as diversions, performing their crimes while law enforcement officers were busy elsewhere. According to a reliable source, another operation will soon take place near the large gorge on the island. Due to several rockfalls, however, this is blocked, and the police cannot intervene themselves, and that's where we come in. My informant has asked me to take a closer look. As part of our forensics fieldwork, we'll go there on Saturday and take a look around. In doing so, we should pay attention to anything unusual that might otherwise be overlooked. Maybe we can shed some light on the matter. As the weekend approaches, you consider cancelling the excursion as a severe storm is in the forecast. In addition, there is a note on Professor Abru's office door. I have a cold. Go without me. It is some good, isn't it? You are too curious to wait, so you get into your rickety car early in the morning and take the long drive to the gorge. The tight hairpin turns offer spectacular views, at least for those who don't mind heights, such as Jerome Katasa, is that how you're pronouncing it?
That's how I'm pronouncing it.
Sato, on the other hand, must keep shutting his eyes, and Diana snores quietly. Yeah, we haven't got them, they're in the box, it said to put them in, the other two characters. Finally, you reach a small parking lot at the gorge entrance. The wind has picked up and the volcano has already disappeared into the clouds. Worried, you look at each other. So are you ready, guys? I don't know, Ayana. The sky is pretty cloudy already. Come on, Katasa, we have a clear assignment. Turning back is not one of them. That's the right attitude, Sato. Come on. Some exercise won't do us any harm. I knew you'd be game, Jerome. All right then, let's get going. You get out of the car. I should have done different voices, but I'm not doing different voices. Right, so we've got to take M1 and read it. This is your mission. Then place M1 face up to the left of T1 and T2.
So, Chapter 1, Professor... How do you pronounce that?
I'll go for a brew.
Professor Abru's instructions to you are unmistakable. Explore the gorge and look for clues that have escaped the police. Pay attention to unusual things.
I don't know why specifically that. Right, so then, who's going first?
I'll go first.
So you can move anywhere on that card.
I'm going to have a look at the car.
Okay. So then, am I reading?
Yeah.
So on your turn, you can explore the location, combine cards, or combine a card with the location. We ain't got any cards, so we'll have to just explore the location.
Yeah. And have a look
So-
at the car.
It says 202, and then I have to read the entry here. It's not very big. The old clunker is rickety, but it has brought you safely to your destination yet again. You grab the rope and harness from the trunk, and all your cash from the glove compartment. Take card 10 and 11, and the 4 money tokens. But they're yours, remember?
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
what it's saying about swapping cards.
10, 11,
And the 4 money tokens.
and 4 money tokens. 1, 2, 3. Now, where's the other money token? I've only got 3.
We've got 3.
I've gone through. I'm sure I've gone through them all.
Oh, we got some under there.
Some under there. Oh, there we go. Push them out of the way. So 4 money tokens. And is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, so I've just found a load of stuff that's got. So
I was reading some of the symbols.
I don't know what I'd need the money for, but it's mine.
Take your phone and place your character on F1. First take a rent card F1. So. I don't think I did it wrong. Overview of tokens. Money tokens. Is this because there's some little arrows? Yeah, just take 4 money tokens. Because that one there means. Yeah.
Oh, okay, wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, wrong.
So you've said it. I was
Yeah.
just saying about if we're on the same location, which it says card, then you can pass me the rope and the harness.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, well, I'm intrigued. So it's my go. I'm intrigued by the goat. So I'm going to come to the goat. And that's 204.
I don't want to talk to you.
Well, it might mind. The young goat ignores you and stares intently at the cactus while chewing slowly on something unidentifiable.
Oh, you're just wasted it. I
I went to see the goat, you know.
It's my turn again.
Yeah, so it's back to you.
Wow, you were some good one, yeah.
So move character, reveal the location card, take one action.
Is that like going down there, or
No, I don't know. Maybe
is it that rock?
yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know why that's got a thing around it. But
In fact, show what?
that's like a roped off area with a path, and that's just like a map.
Oh, go on, we'll have a look at the map. 201.
201. Just leave it on this page. A little bit more. So the board shows a map of the gorge. You are here. A village lies 15 minutes uphill in the southeastern direction. Right, like that.
Let's look at it. A
So
village.
the village, 15 minutes uphill, southeast. And then in the
Hang on, hill. What?
southeast. And then it says, in the other direction, it takes 2 hours to travel down the gorge to the sea. Yeah, which will be northwest.
Northwest.
I don't think I'll actually as well. The hiking club recommends sturdy shoes, sufficient drinking water, and warns against making the trek during storms. Storm of the minute. I don't think you need By the way, feeding the animals is prohibited. Oh, place location card B. Blue iron. Place location card B face down above location card A. From now on, you can always go to the village. If you are going there for the first time, reveal location card B, and then that's read B. And move to it. Okay, so that's the village.
See, I've done a load more than you. I've uncovered a village.
Do we want to mess about with what else? Or are we just going to the village?
I was going to see, because each of the things might give us something. So I was going to see them all first.
He didn't say anywhere to set a timer, so I am. So what? So look at the rest of the things.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'll go to 205 then when it's weird. Rectangle. Right, 90. You rock. A boy is leaning against a rock.
There you are.
If there's an OK token below location 203, your turn ends there, otherwise continue reading. You squat down in front of the boy. A childlike voice comes from under his big cap. What do you want? Good morning. Isn't it quite early for you to be up and about? What's your name? Jose. And you? You tell him your names and he nods. Are you all alone here? No. Cabrita is here. Jose points to the goat. That might be worth fighting now. I don't know. My dad works near the village, you ask, with a smile. And what are you two doing here, Cabrita and you? He sits up a little. Yesterday I saw someone going to the canyon. Teresa has forbidden that, because she's with the police, you know. And now we'll make sure nobody goes into the canyon anymore. That's an important task. You look around conspiratorially. Listen, we have a secret assignment. Jose looks at you curiously. What is it? We're supposed to investigate the canyon for the university. Is the university something like the police? Yeah, something like that. You know what I'm going to do. If you let us through, we'll give you a reward. That perks him up. Jose looks at you with fascination and says, Wow, I'd like something sweet from Francisca up in the village, please. Then I'll let you go into the canyon.
Sweet from who?
Francisca. That's for Jose. For Jose. Suppose we should put this. So 205. Oh, yeah. 205. I don't know if the little things, because we're supposed to, it don't say. You know, the little box.
The little boy.
Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to do that. It didn't say. Let's do that. It just says if there's an OK token below 203, which is that one.
Yeah. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go to 203.
At the entrance to the gorge, there is a large cactus. Normally, the parrots, goats, and/or tourists strip it of all its fruits. At present, however, there is a single ripe, prickly pear on it, but to eat it would be a rather prickly undertaking. The canyon entrance is also blocked with a barrier tape. The police didn't bother too much with that. Take card 13.
Prickly pear.
And then it says, is there an OK token placed below 203? No. Just as you're about to climb over the barrier tape, the boy resting there calls out, Hey, you can't go through there.
Now we need to go to...
Yes, that's where I'm going to go then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move to location card B. Which has not got a great deal on it. And soon as I can see, I mean, we've got Parrot in a tree, a door, an old tree with a note on it, building of some kind, and a young lady. So I'm going to go see the young lady and see if it's Francisca.
Yeah.
Put an OK token below location 104.
What's an OK token? Just a take.
So it says, as long as there is a character here, the merchant is distracted. If no one is standing at location 104 anymore, place the OK token immediately in the supply. The merchant has pulled her big hat down over her face and has made herself comfortable on her folding chair. She's got some boxes of goods. As you approach, her face splits into a big smile. Come closer. Well, what can Francisca do for you? Do you fancy some sweet almond nugget? Or do you prefer air-dried beef jerky? Maybe you want to enjoy the beautiful view with these binoculars. Put 1 money token in the box for the almond nugget, take 14. Put 2 money tokens in the box for the dried meat and take 15. Put 3 money tokens in the box for the binoculars and take 16. You can also buy several items if you have enough money. Ain't got any money, you've got it.
I mean, I've got to come to you.
No, because you can give me the. It says you can exchange things.
Oh, so I can just chuck it at you.
Yeah, so you can go somewhere else on B.
Yeah. Where do you reckon?
But hang on, but what do we want? Because it says you can't afford all of it, so it's.
Well, we need something sweet to go through.
So one money token for the nugget, 2 for dried meat, and 3 for binoculars. Should we just get the almond nugget for now? Really, and then
just see.
And then we'll say.
Do you want me to put that down actually? So 1.
Oh yeah, 1 is almond nugget. 2 is beef jerky.
2 is beef. 3 is binoculars.
That's it. 104.
4 is
24.
Oh, I thought it was 4. And that's it.
104.
104. So I'll where do you want me to go? I'll go see note then. Whatever note says now. Get you some money.
So 101.
Yeah.
Around the trunk of the old tree hangs a sign, planted in memory of the volcanic eruption of 5th of 6th, 1883. This tree is protected. Do not damage it. In the treetop you can hear several parrots squawking.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
was rubbish.
So I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to buy some nuggets. So I need card 14, please. Which is some almond nuggets.
That's nice. So is that all you've done?
Yeah.
So I'll go to 105 now. I'm making the way around.
The church is whitewashed to keep it cooler. Today this is unnecessary because the sky is overcast and a fresh breeze is blowing. The clock shows the time is shortly after 9. Curious, you walk toward the entrance. Flashing sign announces that the church is open, so you step inside and look around. Shortly after, a man in a monk's robe comes out of a door further back in the room. He carries some papers and is lost in thought. When he notices you, he smiles in a friendly way and says in a deep voice, "Welcome to our church. I'm Father Silvio. At the moment I'm busy with the preparations for Mass, but we can talk later." With this, he turns back to his papers. That's it.
Right, so 105
is Father Silvio. Oh, whatever he's bringing to the table.
So put monk to talk later.
Yeah,
it's just like a monk, look, is there?
No, yeah. Right. I don't know why she would be distracted, but that'll probably come in later.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving, and it said when you leave,
Have to move that.
get rid of that. So I'm going to come back to here, and I'm going to combine the almond nugget with the boy. So that gives us, if I've understood the rules correctly, that gives us 14205. Oops. Which right, this is an entry. Jose stands next to you as you unwrap the almond nugget and hand it to him. He looks at it with big eyes. Woo, here, cabrita, we'll go 50-50. He takes a handful of nugget pieces and holds them out to the goat. He shoves the rest into his own mouth and says with his mouth full, go into the canyon, but don't tell anyone I let you in. Put number 14 in the box. Place location card C face down to the left of location card A. Oh, put them there. Also place an OK token below 203. From From now on, you can go into the canyon anytime you want. When you do this for the first time, we'll see.
Yep.
So there you go. So I don't know why we want to go in the canyon, but we can now.
Yeah. Do you want me to come to the canyon, or do you want me to carry on looking around here?
I think we should carry on looking around here.
Carry on looking around?
Yeah. So I don't know why we're in the canyon.
No. I'll go to see Parrot then. Look, I've climbed up the tree, even though it's told me not to.
I said don't damage it.
I've not damaged it.
I'll tell you what, there were an 8 here, and I didn't see it. I missed a bit of the story, so I didn't realise it said 8 at the beginning. So for A, place Jose's token on the space below 205. Your car is parked at the gorge end. Your car 202 is parked at the gorge entrance 203. The weather appears to be holding. You look around the small plateau. Normally the first tourist groups are already well on their way by now. Today, however, just a single goat walks around 204, and a boy dozes leaning against a rock, his cap pulled down far over his face 205. There's an information board 201 behind you.
Okay.
And then I should have read B. After a good half hour, you finally arrive in the village, sweating profusely. Whoever wrote the info board is either in top shape or drastically understated the difficulty. Panting, you look around. A huge tree spans most of the small village square, 101. On one of its branches is a green parrot, 102. In the background is a beautiful building, 103. To the left of the village square is a merchant selling goods, 104. To the right is a small village church, 105. If you are reading this for the first time, time will pass. Advance the time by 1. Now I've realised there's some location markers. So now I'll go to 102. A parrot eyes you, whistling from one of the branches. From the branches you hear more whistling and squawking. The birds seem to be having a great time. When you turn away, you hear a croaky voice. 5 to 3, followed by a rumbling noise. Irritated, you turn around and look at the bird. He's puffing himself up, slanting his head and saying, Polly is hungry.
Just put 250, because it says 5 to 3, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's 255 Parrot. It might come in handy, might not.
Yeah. And he said he's hungry. I mean, the other thing said, with 201, said don't feed the animals.
Yeah.
But feeding the animals is prohibited.
Okay.
The parrot's hungry. But we've used the almond nugget.
Yeah, we have.
Right, so am I going to come down to the canyon then?
Yeah, there's 103 still to do.
I don't know how I'm going to come back with it. You can do it. I'll go down here. Split up. I want to know what's happening. I'll fall down. So let me read C. Now we've got the thing. You get here in an hour. This time the estimated time on the information board was more accurate. High up above you is a cave, 301. On the left you can see a narrow path, 302, that leads to a pile of rubble. Clear, knee-deep water fills most of the canyon bottom, 303. On the right is a large rock on which a fig tree is growing, 304. At the other end, the gorge continues, 305. If you are reading this for the first time, time will pass, and that's the time by 1.
So don't go to 305, because obviously that means
It's gonna
it's
carry
just
on.
going to carry
I'm
on.
going to have a look at the tree. See what's what with the tree. Alright.
Yeah.
So 304. Let's take a little break at the fig tree first. This trudging around is pretty exhausting. While you're resting, you notice some chalk markings on the rock where you are sitting. They can't be that old, otherwise the rain showers the day before yesterday would have washed them away. And what's this? Someone has left a pack of cigarettes behind. Take 24. Okay. It says empty cigarette package, and then in brackets, clue.
It's a clue. Look at picture.
The brand is Chameleon.
Oh, yeah. Is that it with you?
Yeah.
So I'll go to the nice house, 103. We're not going to get old.
The house looks expensive. It stands in clear contrast to the rest of the village. You'll notice the steel cables that lead through the air up to the upper village. You're about to knock on the door when the merchant calls out. You're out of luck, nobody's home. Then she continues a little quieter. The property belongs to Senora Gonzalez, a famous art dealer from Puerto Montes. She's an elderly lady. She occasionally spends a few days here and likes to stay alone. She even has food delivered by cable car from the restaurant. She left yesterday though, so you can save yourself the trouble. When she turns back to her goods, the merchant calls out angrily, "You feathered fiend!" and starts a rant at the parrot that has attacked one of her boxes. You almost don't hear the clanking and clanging from inside the house. You stare at the merchant, but she continues to curse loudly and remains distracted. Quickly, you press an ear to the door and listen. Muffled lumbering noises, clattering sounds, then silence. Has a cat knocked something over, or is there more to it? Are you going to let this thing go? 232. Or do you want to get to the bottom of the noise? Which is 332. Then, however, you must somehow get into the house. So, letting it go, or do you want to get to the bottom of the noise?
Get to the bottom of the noise.
Right, so 332. Aha! So you want to break into the house, huh? I'm sure that would take some time. If there's an OK token below location 104, then go to here. Otherwise, continue reading here. The door faces the village square. Since you are a potential customer, the merchant will watch you closely. There's no way you can break into this place undetected. She'd notice right away. If only she were distracted somehow.
Yeah, you'll see you walked away.
Oh, well, I can come back, no problem. So, am I coming back?
Yeah, we might as well get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. So if I come back here, then I
You
put
get to tick.
an OK token on.
Lighter one, I think, yeah.
I'll just go to 104, I don't think there's anything. I could buy something else, but I want some money for it. I don't want to buy it yet.
Yeah, it would be for binoculars or some more. Okay.
Yes, that's it. Don't bother. So you're going back to
3, 3, something, whatever it was.
332. So if there's an OK token below location 104, then go to 432. Your accomplice asks, trying to sound curious, "Where are the things that you are selling, maid?" Francisco's eyes widen. Finally, someone who doesn't just want to buy something fast. So if you're really interested in the regional production of my specialities, I will tell you. That worked. She is distracted and begins a long monologue. Return to the front door and gently push the handle. Locked. Damn. If you have number 17, then go there. Otherwise, take 85 and read it aloud.
85. Open sesame. Finally, nobody is watching you, but the door is locked. Who wants to try to open it? It's me, so it's 732.
Well, it's different people.
Yeah, there's a little bit and it says warning. Whoever is distracting Francesca cannot break into the same at the same time. So it's 732.
With great concentration. Hang on. What number was that?
85.
Alright, page 5 is no longer available. You won't get anywhere here. And then 732.
Yeah.
With great concentration, you stare at the lock on the door. First, you tune out Francisca's rant, then the rest of your environment. Your forehead sweats with effort. Then you put your hand on the knob and tilt your head. Quietly, you hear the click of the door, click of the lock even, and the door is open. You look around nervously. No one's interested in you but the green parrot in a tree. But he looks at you curiously with his head also tilted. Quiet, Taser. Don't get paranoid. The bird won't tell on you. Come on, let's go in. Put 85 in the box. Place A1 face up to the left of location card B.
Face up.
Shall I say? Yeah. Place your character on A1. time passes, advance the time by
Well done.
advance the time by 1. And then I lost my page. Advance the time by 1, and then I've got to read 111. The elegantly furnished room is a combination of a living room and a study. Strangely, there are no other doors than the entrance. Several wooden shelves with books are lined up on the left, 151. Next to the coffee table, there is a broken sculpture, 152, and a painting, 153, on the back wall. If Francisca is distracted, someone else can join you in the house. Whoever is with Francisca can't go in the house. If no one is standing with Francisca, no one can get in. You can leave the house at any time. If you do that, we're going to go to 581. Make a note of that. So leave the house. 581.
581.
Yeah.
You saying there, love, I'm afraid.
Well, no, because
No,
What
because
you're
you're
saying
away.
I know, but I thought probably not going to notice unless you want to leave. So I thought I could come down here and do some more, and then come back just before you leave.
Alright.
While you're inside, you should.
Yeah, no, it's not told us. It's only if I leave the house.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If you won't know you're in there, so I'll come down and that were a path and that were a path, and it's all good. I'll go to the water first.
No, just that word path.
I think it said. Oh yeah, there's rubble. Narrow path that leads to a pile of rubble. I'll try the water. Gear for the water.
You might see something in it.
The sun shines briefly through the clouds and illuminates something in the water. Slowly your way to the spot and feel something. Take 17. I'm feeling it asked us a minute ago if we had 17. Do you remember? Yeah, hairpins.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this. Yeah. Right, so where you're going. So you've got a bookcase, a sculpture on the floor.
I'll look at
Okay,
bookcase
okay.
first. Is that 5151?
First you notice the cylindrical wooden box on the shelf. It is secured by a locking mechanism, which appears to require the entry of 3 numbers. A symbol is displayed next to each number range: triangle, circle, square. Then you scan the rest of the little library. Here you can find
Triangle.
circle, triangle, square, circle. Then you scan the rest of the little library. You find Cervantes, Don Quixote, Nostradamus, The Prophecies, Sun Tzu's The Art of War, even an old edition of Darwin's On the Origin of the Species. Darwin's book lies on a pull-out shelf on which a large, richly decorated square symbol can be seen. The book is opened at chapter 2, and that's in bold, variation under nature. So I reckon that's your square. It says, Darwin's book is on a pull-out shelf, which richly decorated square symbol. The book is open at chapter 2. And then it says take 20.
I think I might need to give you a rope penny to get up there. Or harness a rope. An 8 box, is it? Oh yeah.
Ornate.
Box. The box should open with the right combination, but who knows if an incorrect code will destroy the contents. You can try to open the container at any time. Proceed to entry XYZ20, where XYZ corresponds to the 3-digit code.
Okay. Well, I think we know one of them, but no idea on the others. So.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing that's why I'm going to keep with my hand and it'll probably tell me.
Right, so me.
Yeah.
So I'll come over here, see what this is. See if anything, 302. I'm not going up there. The path was only suitable for geckos and mountain goats before, but now the path is covered by a huge pile of boulders. This has also dammed up the brook and formed a small lake. At first glance, you don't see anything unusual. Probably a normal rockfall, but maybe there's something interesting hiding under the pile of rocks. But to try to uncover it would be quite risky. If you still want to try, 167. I reckon I'll leave it.
That's fine.
But I might want to go back there at some point, but for now I'm going to leave it.
152, then I'll go to.
The coffee table made of dark wood is bare, except for the large coat of arms which is embedded in its surface and shows a stylized parrot. On it stood a sculpture which now lies broken on the floor. Light sand flows from its broken neck and can be found all around the coffee table. The numeral 8 is depicted in a circle on its base. Animal tracks lead from the sculpture to the window. There, one of the shutters clatters quietly in the wind. You squat down, empty the sculpture completely, and run your fingers through the sand. In the sand, you find a piece of coloured paper with a triangle on it. The other half is missing. Was it stolen? Take 40.
The bird's got it. 40. Piece of paper.
Triangle.
Not triangle.
So try the cave.
Yeah, just try it.
Well, the cave must have recently been exposed by a rockfall. It's a good 30 yards high, which could only be climbed with good climbing equipment. And even with that, it would be a daring endeavour because of the approaching storm. I've got to come back up there and distract her. So
153.
So you go to 153. The picture with the title "Favourable Opportunities" shows an island off the coast, hardly more than a big grey rock. Some black and red speckles can be seen on it. As you get closer, you see that there are people carrying torches in their hands. Who would voluntarily live on an inhospitable rock like that, and why? Have to go to that one. So I'll pop back up here, have a little chat with Francisca again. Not better. And are you leaving?
Yeah.
So what number?
581.
You open the door a little bit and peek out. Francisca has packed up. She just turned her back to you and looks anxiously at the cloudy sky. No time like the present. If there is no one left in the house, put A1 in the box. Are you going to go see the parrot? I wondered if, I know you said don't feed anybody, but I wondered about putting the pair with the parrot.
Yeah, sure.
So this is your book. She just left and went to that location.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, is that where you move?
Yeah,
So
so
13.
102, is it?
Yeah. You put the prickly pear on a branch and take a few steps back. The parrot hops over to the fruit and picks it up with one foot. Then he looks at you and whistles happily as he eats. After a while, you notice that his whistling has a pattern. You listen to him with great concentration. Fortunately, you paid attention in the seminar on parrot languages. Put 13 in the box, take 80 and read it.
This is what the parrot whistled while eating the prickly pear. Polly does not want a cracker, you spoilt brat. Then take the fig. Good girl, Polly, likes figs. Yeah, all right, and take good care of the house while I'm gone. Yes. Sonora. Polly takes good care. Uh-oh, if you understood that correctly, then the parrot is spying on you.
She likes figs. It's a fig tree, but
Oh yeah, there isn't a red fig tree.
it's there, but we didn't get much from it.
Hey, didn't you need something?
I found the cigarettes.
Oh.
Some chalk markings on the rock. I found the cigarettes. Again, it says whistling language clue. Yeah. We need to go back down and well, we haven't been there, but are you climbing up?
Yeah, we're climbing stuff like that. So you're going to go to 3 or 5 and just see?
Yeah, it's me now. It's
Yeah, she's on.
Come down here.
Yeah, she's back up anyhow.
That's 305. Through the knee-deep water, you reach the end of the canyon. From here, the hike takes another hour. Then you reach the sea at the end of the gorge. Place location card D face down below location card C. From now on, you can go further down into the gorge at any time. When you do this for the first time, use D.
To 301.
But it didn't say. So we've got to combine something, but we have to combine them first, do you reckon? Because you're going to combine one card with it, so should we combine the two cards, which is your goal?
Yeah.
So 10, 11, yeah?
Yeah.
You prepare the climbing equipment with skilled hands. Now all you need is the right place to use it. Put 10 and 11 in the box and take 12.
Climbing equipment.
Okay. I'll go to D, yeah. The descent takes another hour. Time flies for you, though. When you arrive, you enjoy the view. Straight ahead, you see the roaring sea, 401. On the left, a volcano berry bush is grown from the rock, 402. On the right, the narrow path continues downhill, 403. It winds itself around the natural stone arch, 404. High up at the edge of the canyon, you notice a light glimmering, 405. If you are reading this for the first time, time will pass, and that's the time by 1. People do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go first to this bush and see what's what. See what it is. Look, a volcano berry bush. The berries are slightly poisonous. When mixed with alcohol, they can put even an elephant into a deep sleep. Take 26. So I'm guessing we'll need that at some point to knock somebody out.
26.
Yeah.
Does it say about the alcohol?
On there?
Yeah.
Why are you making a note of that?
Yeah. So what are they?
Volcano berries.
Which I thought, volcano berry and alcohol. Knock.
Yeah, it's knock somebody out.
Do you mean?
Yes, sorry.
301.
No, you're combining that.
Yeah, with 301.
So 12, 301.
Yeah.
Even with the climbing equipment, it won't be easy. You scan with your eyes for the most promising route, estimate the time, and look with a frown at the darkening sky. It'll take me at least an hour, maybe 2, and the storm is already pretty darn close. If you still want to climb, up, 145. Oh, she's going for it. 145. You break neck, the game's over.
You didn't say I could die in this.
I don't think you can, but let's go. You climb up carefully, stopping often for breaks to stabilise yourself and replan the route. When you're only a few yards below the cave entrance, you hear a scraping sound and rapid steps in the cave. Then thunder rumbles and it begins to rain. With one last jerk, you pull yourself over the edge and roll into the cave. Put 12 in the box and an OK token below location 301. there so we can climb up it. Yeah. From now on, all characters can climb into the cave. Place A2 face up above location card C.
A2.
Yeah. Place your character on A2. A lot of time passes. Advance the time by 2. Now, you have to remember this, just write it down. Because on here it says 222. We only need it for a minute. But that says if you reach level 6, immediately 999. So I think that takes precedence. If you have 25,
No.
then what's that? Otherwise, you take 84 and read it aloud.
The storm has arrived. Decide now, are you going to take cover in the church or in the cave? The cave is only possible if it has already been discovered. Put all characters in the chosen hideout, except any characters that are on A1 or
No, the
A2.
house. Oh.
These characters should still explore the places they are at. Place an X token on the respective locations after exploration. So description for A1 is 111. Description for A2 is 222. If they are X tokens in all locations, or you do not want to explore anything else, for all characters in your chosen hideout. If you decide on the cave, 149. If you choose the church, 249.
I don't really understand that.
If you want to read it, you might.
You're going to take over the church of the cave. So put all characters on the chosen hideout except any characters that are on A1 or A2. These characters should still explore the places they are at. Or place an X token on the respective locations after exploration. For X tokens on all locations where you do not want to explore anything else. All the characters in your chosen hideout. Alright, okay. Right, okay. So we read 222 when you've finished, I think. So I've just got to go. So I reckon the church. What do you reckon?
You go to church then?
Yeah. So we've got that
105.
Yeah. But then I'm reading that as then you need to explore all the locations that you're at.
Yeah.
And then when you finish, we read 222. And then when you're finished, you come to the church with me, and then we read 249.
Okay.
That's how I'm reading that. I'll put that there because it's not really.
Okay. You need to read 222 anyhow, don't you?
No, I know, but I don't think I read that until you finish that. That's what I'm saying. So you've got to finish.
Oh, you told me to.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, is that at end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't told me what all these things are in cave though, and you know they do.
Oh, so maybe that's 222 then.
No,
Oh yeah, description for A2, 222. Yeah, so it's telling us, it's reminding us.
Yeah.
Because if it would have took longer, I'm guessing we would have still been at that house. Yeah. A flash of lightning illuminates your surroundings. In the spacious cave, you can make out a fire pit, 351. Then your gaze wanders to the cave painting on the wall, 352. Then you spot a blue object, 353. So the fire pit, cave painting, and a blue object.
I'm going to go to blue object.
What's the 353?
I think I might as well stay on that bit because I'm obviously going to look for all of them.
Interesting. A vibrant blue feather attracts your attention. You find some bird droppings right next to it. You also notice some splinters of wood. I wonder what's being dragged around here. Take 19.
Blue feather. Clue.
You got it though?
Yeah, that's it. It's the blue feather. So you don't get it, do you?
No, I'm just waiting.
Walk along then. 351. 351.
The whole cave smells like smoke. Not surprising. The fire has been smothered recently, and the embers are still glowing. They probably watched me climb, and then they just took off. But where to?
Okay.
It says, but where to? That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Alright
that's
then,
it.
so
352.
352.
A flash of lightning illuminates the cave painting. That could be a dog. I wonder what he's sniffing on the ground. And what the hell are the red dots above it? After pondering for a minute, you give up. Perhaps Professor Abreu could do something with it. You make yourself a sketch of it. Take 18. I'm guessing is the drawing. Yeah. Cave painting clue.
Is that it?
Yeah, you've been to all locations,
Yeah.
and then you come to the church with me, and then 249. Might be the wrong place, but just let it sound better than the cave if there's a storm. As the shops begin to rattle in the rain, Francisca quickly packs her things and disappears down a side street. She'd already gone. Lightning strikes nearby, then torrential rain begins. It falls so violently that you can hardly see anything at arm's length. Another bolt of lightning illuminates the church. The door keeps opening and slamming shut. That's our salvation. One after the other, you find yourself completely soaked in the small sanctuary of the church. The candles are extinguished, and the door to the next room is locked, but at least it's dry. Quickly close the door and light some candles. 444. Phew, that was close. The storm is actually getting worse. You look outside, but the rain is like a dark curtain. Then the rain stops briefly as if to take a breath. In the silence, lightning flashes, and you recognise several figures on a ridge above the gorge. Hey, did you see that? There's someone up there on the rocks. Again it flashes. Intrigued, you look in that direction again. But now there is no one there. What the hell? You look insecure. Easy guys, let's see what we've figured out so far. You talk for a while about what you have experienced today. You fall asleep from exhaustion. This concludes chapter 1. So it says, here's what to do next. So, points are rewarded for the following adventure cards in your possession. So if you want to write there, chapter 1 and then points. And just for the thing for the camera, I don't really know what this is for. We finished chapter 1. I don't think we did a red lot really. Perhaps we did a bit.
So we did look at every location apart from D.
Right, so we need to just add, I don't know if you want to mark them down, like do a tally chart and then we'll add them up. So it's 1 point each for 13. Oh, in your possession. No, it's in the box. So we use 13. 18. Yeah, we've got that one. 19.
Yeah.
23 and 24. And then 2 points each for 17.
Yeah.
20.
We've got 20.
20
Yeah.
21.
No.
22.
No.
And 80.
80. Yeah.
Each remaining money token earns you 1 more point. 3 of them. If you have 28, no, subtract 1 point. And then it says, note your point total for chapter 1. You can pause or save the game here. If you're saving, make a note of where you're sitting out the storm, cave or church, and this entry number 444, so you know where to resume the game. For the sake of the camera, I'm going to say, well, that's chapter 1 done. We may carry on, but we'll see. Yeah. So that's chapter 1 of Adventure Games, The Volcanic Island. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll put chapter 2 on very soon. Thank you very much.